everyone, welcome to the online class of matrix methods of structural analysis. Now, today we'll see the last problem of this second unit, flexibility matrix method. That is, here this is the problem statement. Analyze this frame using flexibility matrix method. Okay, so here this is the frame given ABCD frame. AB and CD are the column, BC is the beam. Column AB is loaded with this 10 kilonewton load whose total span is given 10 meter and inertia is given 4I. For beam BC it is loaded with this UDL 3 kilonewton per meter, span is given 4 meter and inertia is given 4 times inertia. And column CD loaded with this 5 kilonewton load, span is given 5 meter and inertia is given I. So this frame now we'll analyze using flexibility matrix method. So here very first step, that is to find degree of static indeterminacy R minus 3, where R is the number of unknown reaction component. Support A and D are fixed supports, so total number of unknowns are 6 minus 3 equilibrium equation is equal to 3. So as degree of static indeterminacy is 3, so we have to select 3 unknown reactions as redundant and we'll give the name to those redundants from Q. So here let us consider Q1 is a horizontal reaction at support D, Q2 vertical reaction at support D and Q3 that is the moment at support D. We'll consider all the 3 redundant reactions at support D. Now after this, remove those redundant reactions from the original structure. So this is your figure number 1. All loading, span, support conditions are as it is except the support D. These redundants are removed from this. So this is your statically determinate structure, figure number 1. Now figure number 2, where all external loads are removed and the 1 kilonewton force, this Q1 is horizontal, right? So here unit load is applied in horizontal direction, 1 kilonewton. Q1 is equal to 1 kilonewton. External load is removed. The same thing it will happen in next 2 unknowns, that is when Q2 is equal to 1 kilonewton. Now Q2 is vertical reaction at support D. So here you have to apply unit load at support D. So that will be next figure number 3. So Q2 is applied 1 kilonewton in vertical direction, removing all external load. And last figure will be, that is for the last unknown Q3. Here it is the moment. So apply unit moment at support D. That will be figure number 4. So once you complete these figures, statically determinate structure and removing all external load and giving the unit load to the unknown, those will be the next figure. After this, prepare this displacement analysis table. So in that very first column, that is origin, next zone, limit, and remaining columns that they are related to the moment in respective zone at a section X which is measured from origin. So we'll complete this table here. So very first column, that is origin. So here from this we'll start support D or the point D. So D to E and E to C. These are the zones related to origin, this D. We'll keep the same origin here. Now limit, here D is the origin, from D to E limit is 0 to 2 and from E to C limit is 2 to 5 because the total distance from origin up to C is 5 meter and for this E the coordinate is 2 meters. So therefore the next limit is 2 to 5. Now next, as orientation of the member changes, so we'll change the origin here. So instead of D, now we'll select this C as origin, C to B as the load is constant over this. So total we'll consider as a one zone CB and limit for this C is origin, so 0 to 4. That is the limit for this CB zone. Now again starting from this B, here again orientation changes. So B is the new origin and there will be 2 zones here because it is divided into two parts because of this load. So BF and FA, those will be the next zone for origin B for this column. Now limit B is origin, so for BF limit will be 0 to 4 and for FA limit will be 4 to, total distance from B is 10. So 4 to 10, that is the limit for this FA zone. Their inertia is written here. You can make a separate column here for writing the inertia. I have written here itself in limit column. Now next is figure. Figure 1, that is to calculate capital M from figure 1. Capital M. So here you have to take the section in this zone, in each zone, taking the section at a distance x measured from origin, and taking the moment of all forces in that zone about that section point. That is the capital M moment. So here first we'll start from this figure number 1. So that will write in this capital M column. So very first zone is DE. So here take a section at a distance x from D point, that is from origin. As there is no load in this portion, so therefore moment is 0. Now next zone is EC. So EC, here take the section at a distance x. This is the total distance x from origin. Take the moment of whatever the forces in this portion from origin up to the section. Take moment of all forces about these points, about this section. So now this 5 kilonewton force is there. So moment of 5 about this section, it is in a clockwise direction. Therefore minus that for clockwise 5 is the force and the distance. So perpendicular distance between the force and the section. Total is x, subtract 2. So x minus 2, that is the distance. X minus 2. So total moment minus 5 into x minus 2. Now here, now in this portion CB, C is the origin. So take a section at a distance x from this point from origin and take moment of remaining forces about this section. So now the moment of 5 kilonewton and moment of this UDL, that will act about this section point. So first we will take the moment of this 5 kilonewton. So the moment of this 5 kilonewton about this point, 5, it will act in a clockwise direction. So minus 5 into perpendicular distance between this point and line of action of the force, these two. So total distance is 3 meter. This distance, perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and between the line of action of this section. So 5 into 3, that is minus 15. The moment of this 5. Now the moment of this 3 kilonewton, which is acting over this x distance. So its moment about this point, it is in a clockwise direction, therefore minus 3x into x by 2. Therefore it is minus 3x square upon 2. So that moment it will act in a CB portion. Now next section is BF. So here is the BF, distance at a distance of x here. Now the moment of this 3 and moment of this 5. So here I'll clear the figure first so that you can understand clearly. This is the portal frame here, ABCD. Load is here 3 kilonewton per meter. Point load on CD column is 5 kilonewton, distance is 3 meter. Distance is 2 meter, here 4 meter, this side 4 meter. This is the point load that is acting 10 kilonewton, 6 meter distance here. Support A, B point, C point, E, F and D. Now here we are taking the moment in BF zone. So here in BF zone, section at a distance x from origin, from B point. So B point, take the section at a distance x. So moment of this 3 kilonewton per meter about this point. So here this 3 into 4 convert in a equivalent point load. So that will be 12. right? Converting that UDL into point load. So 3 into 4, 12. Where it will act? At a distance of 2 meter, 2 meter. So moment of this 12 about this point. So 12 it will act in a clockwise direction. So minus 12 into 2. So that is minus 24. And moment of this 5 about this point. So take the line of action, extend the line of action of this force so that you'll get it clear to calculate the distance, this perpendicular distance between those two. So 5 kilonewton it will act about this point in a anti-clockwise direction. So it is positive moment. 5 into distance. So this distance will be total is x. If you subtract this 3, so that distance it is x minus 3. So 5 into x minus 3 and the moment of this 12, 12 into 2, that minus 24. So that is the moment in BF portion. Now you have to extend this section in FA zone. So take a section in FA zone at a distance x. So in next zone, if the origin is same and the forces, these forces, so moment of these forces in that plane, that will remain constant. As again you can take the moment here, 12 into 2, the moment about this section point minus 24. The moment of this 5 kilonewton about this point, that is positive anti-clockwise 5 into, now this distance will be, this total is x, subtract 3, x minus 3. So 5 into x minus 3. 5 into x minus 3 minus 24. That moment will remain constant in next zone also. And now this force is appearing in FA zone. So moment of this 10 about this point. In anti-clockwise, sorry, in clockwise direction, therefore minus. And this distance 10 into this perpendicular distance. So that will be, total is x minus this 4. So minus 10 into x minus 4. So that is the moment in this FA zone. Okay. So here the moment capital M column related to figure 1 is completed. Now concentrate over second figure to complete this M1 column. So again same thing you have to do. Take the section in first zone DE here at a distance x. So moment of this 1 kilonewton about this point in a anti-clockwise direction 1 into x, positive x. Similarly section in EC zone at a distance x. So moment of this 1 kilonewton in this portion 1 into x in anti-clockwise direction, that is written here. The next section in CB zone at a distance x, moment of this 1 kilonewton force about this section. So here you can take this way, extending the line of action of this force. So 1 kilonewton about this point in anti-clockwise direction. 1 into perpendicular distance between this point and this point. This total distance is 2 plus 3, 5. So 1 into 5. So positive moment it is of 5 kilonewton meter. Now next zone, FA zone here. Section at a distance x measured from origin B. Moment of this 1 kilonewton about this point. So just extend the line of action of this force. Suppose it is acting here, just for calculation purpose. So moment of this 1 kilonewton force about this section line. So it will act in a anti-clockwise direction. So moment is positive, 1 into this distance. So that distance will be, how to calculate this distance? So total is 5 minus this distance is equal to x. So 5 minus x, that will be this perpendicular distance. So total moment will be 1 into 5 minus x in anti-clockwise direction. 5 minus x, that is written there. And last section, it is in a FA zone. So here in FA zone, section at a distance x measured from B, moment of this 1 kilonewton force about this point. So it will act about this point in a clockwise direction, therefore minus 1 into distance. So this total distance is x. What we want? The perpendicular distance between 1 kilonewton and the section line. So here this perpendicular distance can be calculated as total x minus 5. So that moment it is written here, minus in bracket x minus 5. Okay. So here also this figure number 2 is completed. Now next column, that is of M2, which is calculated from figure number 3 when Q2 is applied 1 kilonewton unit load at support D in vertical direction. So here also in DE zone and EC zone, as line of action is passing through the moment center, if you take the section here, so moment will be 0, 0. Next in EC zone, section at a distance x from support C. So moment of this force about this section in a anti-clockwise direction, 1 into perpendicular distance, that is 1 into x, that is written there, positive. Now section in this BF zone at a distance x measured from B. So moment of this force about this point, it will act in a anti-clockwise direction. So moment is positive. Force is here, section is here, perpendicular distance between them is 4 meters. So 1 into 4. And last in FA zone, section at a distance x measured from B point. Now in this section, FA zone, 1 into this perpendicular distance, it will act about this point in an anti-clockwise direction. So 1 into perpendicular distance between them, that is 4 meter. So here 4 kilonewton meter is the moment. And last, that is M3, when Q3 applied 1 kilonewton meter, that is it's a moment MDC. So in figure 4, here only a moment is acting at support D. So here in all the zone, the moment at a section X will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So this table is very important because next all the calculation, it depends on the values or these calculations of M, capital M, M1, M2 and M3. So once you complete this table, after that the next thing is to write the compatibility equation, that is dq equal to dql plus f into q. So now here degree of static indeterminacy is equal to 3. So flexibility matrix, it will have the order of 3 by 3. So total elements in that matrix will be 9. And remaining matrices dq, dql and q, they will have the order of 3 by 1, that is 3 rows and 1 column. So here that is written here directly, dq1, dq2, dq3 equal to dql1 plus dql1, dql2, dql3, dql matrix plus this flexibility matrix of order 3 by 3 into this q, that is unknown force matrix q1, q2 and q3, that we have to determine. So in order to determine those forces, we need the compatibility equation in terms of force displacement relation. So this compatibility equation is written first. Then we'll calculate these parameters dql and f matrix. So here the sample calculation, it is shown for a very first element of dql matrix, that is dql1, which is the displacement corresponding to the action in restraint structure. Okay, sorry, in release structure. So all these displacements are related to that structure that we have drawn here, figure 1, 2, 3, 4. So how to calculate this dql? It is explained in a very first lecture of the second unit, flexibility matrix method, and also sample calculations are shown in next lectures, lecture number 2, 3, 4 and also of the previous lecture of frame. So here dql, that is integration 0 to L capital M into M1 summation of integration of all the zone, that will be the final dql1. So capital M into M1 for very first zone DE, 0 into X, it is written 0. Then capital M into M upon EI divided by into dx, limit 2 to 5, limit is 2 to 5, plus Integration of zone CB. So this is capital M, M1, take the product, divide by, now EI here it is, for CB zone it is 4 times EI. So that should be counted here. In the integration part, 1 upon EI. So here I is 4 times. So here 4 EI dx, limit is written 0 to 4 of that zone. Plus next BF zone, and this is for FA zone, capital M into M1. So calculate all the integration values and finally summation of all, that is your last answer for this dqL1, whose answer is minus 174.167 upon EI. So this is the sample calculation done for very first element dqL1. Similarly, you can calculate dqL2, dqL3 and all these elements of this flexibility coefficient matrix. So after calculating all the elements, again put in equation number 1. Hence the equation 1 can be written as, that is written here in a next step, hence equation 1. So here this is dq matrix, this is dqL1 which is calculated here. Similarly you can calculate dqL2, dqL3 and this flexibility matrix. And last one is that q1, q2, q3 that we have assigned in very first step. Now the question is about the very first matrix, this dq. So here how to write this dq matrix? So dq, that means displacement corresponding to the action in this original structure. Displacement corresponding to the action in original structure. So here very first element, here this dq1, it means displacement corresponding to this q1, very first action. So q1 is what? This horizontal reaction, and displacement corresponding to this horizontal reaction, it is translation at this support D. So see, in original structure, original problem statement, is there any horizontal translation given in x direction? If it is not given, then you have to write 0. Similarly, the second element dq2. dq2, that means displacement corresponding to the second unknown. Second unknown is RdV, vertical reaction at support D. So displacement corresponding to this vertical reaction is vertical translation. So in original figure vertical translation is not given, therefore dq2 element is 0, that is written there. And dq3, the last element of dq matrix, dq3. So that element, it is displacement corresponding to the third unknown q3. So this action is moment here, and displacement corresponding to moment is always rotation. So in original figure at support D, there is no rotation given, no translation given in horizontal direction as well as in vertical direction. Therefore, all these three elements are written 0, 0, 0. Okay, that is dq element, dq matrix, displacement corresponding to the action in this original structure. Now, after writing this complete equation, you can rewrite the equation from this matrices. So you will get 3 simultaneous equations containing these 3 unknowns. Solve those equations and get the answers for those unknown, that is q1, q2, q3. Horizontal reaction, vertical reaction and moment at support D. So these are the answers. Positive value, it indicates that assumed directions are correct. This horizontal reaction, it is in a right direction. Vertical direction reaction, it is in a vertically upward direction, and moment it is in a anti-clockwise direction, positive directions. Now these are the unknown reactions of support D. Still unknown reactions at support A are remaining. So once you get this, you can calculate at support A using equilibrium equation, summation Fy equal to 0 and summation Fx equal to 0. So use this condition, write the equation and get the values for RAV, that is vertical reaction at support A, and horizontal reaction at support A. So here those reactions are calculated. Reaction calculation part finished. Now the last step that is remaining, bending moment calculation. So for that, draw the free body diagram of member AB, member CB and member CD separately. So here those things are shown here. So member first member CD. So here member CD, it is drawn, load is shown, span is shown, support D, unknown reactions that we have calculated here, Q1, Q2, Q3, show in their proper correct direction, horizontal, vertical, and this moment. Now the moment at support C, that is unknown, there is no need to calculate this reaction at support C because we have all the reactions calculated initially. So now it's only regarding the moment. So here at support D, you have to show all the things here, but at support B and C, no need to show those reactions. So support C, what we are interested to calculate this moment MCD. So take the moment about support C, write the equation, you will get the value MCD as 9.13. MCD and CB will have same nature, opposite direction, therefore CB will be minus 9.13. Now come over to member BC, draw its free body diagram, show the moments at the support, show the reactions, show the original loading. Take the summation of moment about B point, you will get MCB is known from a CD member, put the value here, you will get MBC value. MBC that comes to be 4.562 kilonewton meter. BC and BA same in magnitude, opposite in nature. So MBA will be opposite of this, minus 4.562 kilonewton meter. BA value, so show here for member AB, loading, original loading is shown, support A, all values we have calculated except AB. Reactions that we have calculated here in fourth step from summation Fy, summation Fx equal to 0. So here take the moment about B point, or you can take the moment about A also. So taking the moment about A or B, you will get the value for this MAB. So MAB equal to 18.602 kilonewton meter. So here you got all the moment values, all the reaction values. So final part it is to draw SFD and BMD. So that part you can easily complete. Take the help of previous lectures to draw those SFD and BMD nature. So here this problem we have completed using this flexibility matrix method. Thank you.